What's going on, DSG? It's your boy DarrnellBradley back at y'all with another video, and today we've got it's time for a death battle. Gotta do it right. Darth Vader versus Obito Uchiha. Very interesting matchup. Star Wars versus Naruto death battle. But I can see why these characters were put the way they were. You know what I'm saying? Started from an honorable beginning. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to make a positive difference in the world, only to have something important taken from them to make them like see the world a different way and go over to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? So like I can see their similarities and why they were put up to each other. They have very similar background stories, just in the sense of not being able to overcome their pain and succumbing to it and turning around and doing many horrible things, including murder. So yeah, we gonna give it to Obito off top as far as who we want to win, so that we all know who we want to win. But you know how we do, as soon as we get all the stats, then we'll make our educated bet. But emotional bet says Obito, but we gonna see what's up. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We need that any further ado. 3, 2, 1, click.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates.
Again?
He does the music. Let's get it.
Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith.
Obito Uchiha, secret leader of the Akatsuki.
Prime examples of how you could die a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
That
He's
part.
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh look, they got the animation on this one on point though.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the Iron Fist of the Galactic Empire ruled everything.
All thanks to the super powerful super murderer Darth Vader. But beneath his spooky mask lay the husk of former nice guy Anakin Skywalker.
As a child among the harsh wastes of Tatooine, Anakin longed to one day free his fellow slaves as a
Chosen one of Jedi. Okay. It says chosen one of Jedi prophecy. Was Anakin the chosen one, or was Luke the chosen one, or is that whole bloodline the chosen one? Because from what I understand, I'm not a crazy Star Wars fan. I don't know everything, but from what I understand, everyone in that bloodline is a tank. All right, but we move.
heroic Jedi.
Lucky for him, he met Qui-Gon Jinn, a Jedi who believed little Annie was
Whoa.
Jedi.
Lucky for him, he met Qui-Gon Jinn.
Why did they draw this man with that nose? Oh my God, this man can smell danger coming. He might as well be a demon slayer or Tanjiro's bloodline, the way he can smell that. Sorry.
A Jedi who believed little Annie was the chosen one and would bring balance to the Force. No pressure, right? So he took him under his wing to become the papa he never had. Or so was the plan, until... yeah.
Instead,
Got him.
Qui-Gon's apprentice became Anakin's mentor. But while Anakin sought a father figure, Obi-Wan saw him as more of a brother.
I'm sure that won't cause any awkward tension whatsoever.
Drama and trauma aside, Anakin quickly became a powerful Jedi. He excelled in lightsaber combat and the Force. In energy.
Hold on. Barriers, enhanced sensing, mental probing, mind control, precognition, Sith alchemy, telekinesis, telepathy, Tutaminus. I don't know what that is, but I feel like the Sharingan could get around a lot of that mental stuff, but we'll see what's up.
Energy field that binds all living things together.
The Force lets Jedi move stuff with their mind, fend off mental attacks, predict the future, and make people believe these aren't the droids they're looking for.
Fend off mental attacks. So they might be on a stalemate with that, you know what I'm saying? But okay.
Fend off mental attacks, predict the future, and make people believe these aren't the droids they're looking for. They're basically space wizards.
Through rigorous training and a not unnoticeable natural talent, Anakin was particularly skilled in the Form 5 lightsaber fighting styles, Xian and Jian So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Skilled in
Both Legends and Disney canons have been inspected for a thorough understanding of Vader's potential, though the current canon takes precedent. Okay.
the Form 5 lightsaber fighting styles, Xian and Jian So.
Also known as the Way of the Crate Dragon. You know that big sand dragon Mando blew up from the inside? Yeah, make that a lightsaber.
Form 5 is incredibly versatile, well suited for defending against lightsaber and blaster alike. It focuses on blending parries with devastating counterattacks, aiming to win duels through overwhelming pressure.
Perfect for the Padawan who just bulldozed his way through training to become a Jedi Knight.
Even as a newly knighted Jedi, Anakin could keep up with some of the most experienced Jedi Masters and Sith Lords of his time.
But he had plenty of other
That's why he
problems
was
to
mad
deal
he
with,
wasn't, like,
his
made
late-blooming
Jedi
rebellious
Master.
teenage angst. I mean, you don't just throw a kid into space monk school and expect him to forget everyone he ever cared about, right? Well, apparently that's what he was supposed to do.
Because you could not have the emotional ties, otherwise you can go. I always thought that was like one of the biggest flaws as far as the light side of the Force or whatever. You telling these people not to feel because they could go dark. I think you just try to teach them how to manage that feeling. You know what I'm saying? You just tell them not to feel. Like, what? Okay.
The life of a Jedi can be difficult and cold, something Anakin could not accept. And so, rather than let his secret wife die in childbirth, he was seduced to the dark side through the promise of power.
And so began his Jedi kill streak, until Obi-Wan gave him a glorious
That boy killed a whole school. Like, man went to school saberer. Like, it was ridiculous. All right.
And so began his Jedi kill streak, until Obi-Wan gave him a glorious lava bath. How refreshing!
But thanks to his new Sith Master Palpatine, our young warrior was saved, reborn, rebuilt. He was now Darth Vader.
Vader is a badass. Everyone knows it, and they're terrified of him. I mean, just look at the guy.
As impressive as his armor appears, you might be surprised by its quirks. See, while the Jedi view the Force as an ally, the Sith see it as a tool from which they draw power through passion and emotion. Most potently, negative emotions. Palpatine trained Vader by not only making him believe he killed his wife, but also ensuring he would never forget the monstrous machine he had become.
By making the suit suck ass and piss him off. Seriously, Vader hates this suit.
The armor would beep at random times just to annoy him, and the life support system was outdated from the start. Sometimes it would even turn off for several minutes.
I had read some or seen something about. I think I watched the video where they were talking about that, and like, that is so f***ed up. Like, we want you at your most negative power. We want you most powerful while experiencing negative emotions. So we're gonna f this suit up so that it can continuously piss you off. What? Okay.
That doesn't seem good for someone with burnt up lungs.
And it was
That
so
part.
heavy and clunky that he could barely walk, sometimes even resorting to moving himself with the Force.
Oh man, I knew Palpy was evil, but I never knew he
Yeah,
was
no,
such
that
a
was
dick.
messed up.
Well, despite these issues, the armor fulfilled its true purpose, crafting Darth Vader into the equivalent of a slasher movie villain commanding a galactic army.
Nobody wants to mess with him. Thanks to the dark side of the Force, he can make maelstroms that blast everything away, form barriers that shield from all sorts of attacks, and choke anything that's even a minor inconvenience. Hell, sometimes he skips straight to crushing your lungs.
Oh.
One time, a droid named I-5...
Oh. Yeah, no, that's a killer move. Homie, just crush your lungs like that? Oh. Like, I'm trying to wonder, like, what Obito could, like, you know how he does the movement, like, things can't, like, he can phase through stuff, like, a little bit, you know what I mean? So I'm, like, wondering how, you know what I'm saying, that way, like, if he's not really there, can you, like, do Force stuff to him? You know what I'm saying? But, alright. Jesus.
I've tried to kill Vader with a laser stated to move 300,000 kilometers per second. That's light speed, and Vader easily blocked it.
And for as much bullshit as
Luke
Palpatine
Skywalker outsped Guri, who could process information at Darth Vader should be just as capable. Okay.
threw at him, Vader was tough enough and stubborn enough to push through it.
Palpatine knew that Vader would eventually try to kill him and take over the Empire. It's how the Sith work. So he constantly fanned Vader's hatred by sending assassins after him to make sure he was still worthy of being his apprentice.
Oh, that's nothing. One time, he blasted off most of Vader's robo limbs, destroyed his armor, dropped him back on the lava planet, and told him to make his way back without the Force.
An impossible task, yet one Vader accomplished.
Yeah, because he really
Homie said, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. What the did you think, bruh? Okay.
wants to kill Palpatine.
And that hatred is apparently useful in keeping Force wielders alive, and has sustained many Sith in conditions that would otherwise kill them.
I'm sorry, Liam Neeson.
Survived
Shoulda
the
hated
planet.
a little more.
Vader has killed
Defeated Obi-Wan, Luke, Ventress, Rava, Count Dooku, Grant. Well, did he really beat Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan kind of was like, he kind of like let him do it. Or was he hurt? I can't really remember. I do remember he's like, strike me down and I'll become more powerful than you can ever imagine. But he let Vader hit him. But all right.
Hundreds, possibly thousands of Jedi, including Obi-Wan himself. He's
That
fought
part,
entire armies on his own, and even taken on monsters the size of mountains.
He's so unstoppable, an assassin droid hired to kill him quit the job because he calculated that Vader was impossible to kill.
Oh,
And
dang.
in Ewoks material from
All
the
right.
old Legends canon, a real deep
right.
cut, we know. Lesser
A
dark
real
side users
deep
like the
cut.
Night Sister Shiral overpowered the Sunstar, an ancient artifact capable of shifting moons. A feat which would require energy worth over 12 septillion tons of TNT.
That's 24 zeros. But if you want something more recent, here's a planet blowing up while Vader was on it, and he's fine.
But thanks to
And
both
he's
his
fine.
incredible power and the mercy and trust of his secret son, Vader would eventually avenge the atrocities of Palpatine. Even more important, he finally saved someone he loved. Ultimately, Anakin Skywalker truly did bring balance to the Force.
We are here.
Hokage, the leader of the Hidden Leaf Village.
So, all right. Vader packed up. All right, he got stuff and he moving. Now let's get these Obito stats. You know what I'm saying? We need this because, like I said, we want Obito to win here. But if his stats don't, you know what I'm saying, then I can't. You know what I mean? Let me hope.
Hokage, the leader of the Hidden Leaf Village and their strongest ninja, respected and loved by all. Though few have attained this title, many have strived for it.
One such
If
striver.
you have attained this title, I think the Elite Village has had more Hokage than any other village has had whatever Kage, period. Yeah. But they were the first village, though, so.
Sadly lacking in parents, wanted to both help people and be acknowledged by the rest of the village. And what better way to do that than having your face carved into a mountain? If you think I'm talking about Naruto, guess again!
Nope.
This is the story of Obito Uchiha!
Obito unfortunately lacked the natural talent for ninja arts attributed to his Uchiha bloodline.
So he signed up for ninja school and eventually joined a team with his rival Kakashi, his crush Rin, and their leader Minato. Where do you think I could get into a ninja school like that?
Not one that teaches you to harness this form of chakra, a limited form of physical and spiritual energy that exists inside all human beings and, naturally, can be weaponized.
All right, so we got that part, you know what I'm saying? They use chakra, you know what I mean, to do whatever, limited versus the force. Like, chakra is in internal power, whereas the force is an external power that exists everywhere. So as much as that you could use, you could just use it. Over here, it like takes away from this. So I already feel like we're starting on a downward slant.
He can use it to run up walls and make clones of himself, but even better, blow shit up.
This is ninjutsu. Among its many
I mean,
techniques, include
we
elemental
want
attack.
we want my dude to be able to win, but I don't want to hype it up if it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But we still want that.
And the Uchiha specialize in all things fire.
Big fireballs, small fireballs, waves of fire, columns of fire, you name it, they've
All
got
the
it.
fire.
So when
They
Ninja
have all
World
the
War
fire
III came
moves.
along, it totally made sense to get this fire ninja involved at the age of 11. Yikes! Well, lucky for Obito, he had one more secret weapon up his sleeve, eye socket, the Sharingan.
The Sharingan grants extremely precise vision, allowing someone to see the flow of chakra, predict an enemy's attacks, cast a variety of genjutsu illusions, and even break out of said illusions.
Seeing the whole chakra thing, I don't know how well that would work for Obito, considering that Vader uses the Force. You know what I'm saying?
Too bad he didn't get to use the red eyes much. Like 10 minutes after he got the damn things, he got smushed under a big rock. What a way to go! But since he wasn't expecting to use his super eyes anymore, he handed one off to Kakashi. And then he died. The end!
Or so you thought.
Just kidding!
Miraculously, Obito survived long enough to be rescued by another Uchiha, the legendary Madara. Madara granted Obito a new body, regenerating the limbs he'd lost.
You're probably thinking, oh, what a swell guy.
Not at all.
Except he was not. Madara was brewing some plans for world domination and needed a
That
pawn to carry them
transcended
out. So he tricked
his
Obito into
generation.
watching
Or
Kakashi
that
kill
transcended
Rin,
generations,
making him fall
period.
victim to the Uchiha's curse of hatred.
So yeah, I do love the similarities between them. You know what I'm saying? That the whole hatred thing and the way they gain power through it.
Within the Uchiha clan, there exists an ideal of being extremely devoted to love. It has been speculated that if a particularly powerful Uchiha loses someone important to them, that love will be replaced with an all-consuming hatred. This is how Obito awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Or Red Eye 2.0. The
Red Eye
Mangekyo gave him a
2.0.
new...
According to the fourth data book, Kamui does not require conscious activation, though Obito must deactivate it to attack or interact with physical matter. Okay.
jutsu called Kamui. With it, he can suck his foes into another dimension and leave them there to die. He can even hide weapons in there until he needs them, like his gun by fan. But even better, he can phase through stuff.
Well, not quite. Kamui gives Obito the power to move through objects in a manner that's similar to the common phasing superpower akin to the Flash or Kitty Pryde. In reality, it's much more complex, as Obito is actually teleporting parts of his body
to
into
the
the
other
Kamui
plane
dimension whenever they overlap with other matter. See, there's his body parts right there.
Well, if it looks like a duck...
That part. So, I got you. So, it's like he's any part that would touch his body, that specific part of his body goes to the other realm. So, is that the way Flash does it? Because Flash, his particles move through stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right, we move.
And talks like a duck, it's phasing. Heads up! Yeah! Way later on, he also got another super eye. Man, he's really swapping these things around like a Prime sub on Twitch.
This Rinnegan grants Obito the power of the 6 paths, giving him some nifty abilities like controlling gravity with the Deva path, ripping out souls with the human path, and summoning giant monsters with the animal path.
With all of the awful stuff he'd gone through, Obito realized that the ninja world was corrupt to its core. His dream of everyone being happy and working together was never gonna happen.
Or
so
literally
instead,
just make
he
it a
agreed to
dream.
carry out Madara's Giga Brain plan to control everything.
Donning masks and multiple personas, he recruited a number of rogue shinobi to form the Akatsuki terrorist group and kicked off Ninja World War IV, all to revive the monstrous Ten Tails.
I know what you're thinking. Wasn't the whole point of this to stop war in the first place? And that's a very
War through
good
peace,
question.
or peace through war.
Anyway, the Ten Tails!
A living
That's a very good question. Anyway, well, it was because they was gonna put everybody to sleep essentially. But
massive, near inexhaustible chakra, the Ten Tails possesses tremendous power. It can create massive thunderstorms and hurricanes, multiple clones of itself.
oh,
and
but
the
I did think that
devastating
what part of what version of Obito is he gonna be fighting? Is he gonna be fighting Ten Tails Obito? You know what I'm saying? Are they gonna put that in there? I mean, it is a version of him. You know, so we'll see.
Tail Beast Bomb.
Forget bomb. That's basically a super nuke. This chakra ball is so explosive, it can eclipse continents and reduce mountains to dust.
Comparing the surface area of this blast to the surrounding mountains, dispersing that much mass within a fraction of a second must have yielded a kinetic energy worth over 13 septillion tons of TNT.
That's 24 zeros.
Well, he said 13. That's 24 zeros. What was the other one? I think Vader's was like 24 or something like that, right? So it still ain't doing it. And Vader took a whole planet exploding to the face, and they said he was all right. It's not looking great for Obito, I'm not going to lie. But all right, we moved.
Again, Obito wanted that power for himself and was willing to throw hands with anyone to get it. He's held up against master ninjas like Kakashi, Minato, and even Naruto.
Other shogi like Mifune, Haku, Itachi have examples of light speed as well. Obito also scales faster than Gaara's Sand, which has significantly outpaced the Raikage. Ooh.
In his monster energy drink form, which could outmaneuver the fastest attack from the light speed Raikage.
And he far surpassed all of them when he finally sealed the Ten Tails within himself, becoming its Jinchuriki. This little makeover granted him unlimited flight, power rivaling the legendary Sage of Six Paths, and the truth-seeking orbs.
These special little bowling balls can shapeshift into any form the user wants, like a staff, giant arms, an umbrella thing, or this crazy spiral blade that apparently helped shape the whole world. Oh, holy shit, it's huge!
The truth-seeking orbs can completely disintegrate anything they touch at both a molecular and spiritual level. Only those with the power of the Six Paths can resist their effects.
So he might be having something. That might be able to do something to Vader. That might be able to, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The orbs were compared to Inoki's particle style, which atomically dismantles matter and could damage Minato's soul, as shown after. Okay.
Plus, with the Mangle monster in his system, Obito's regeneration got amped to the point where he could survive having half of his body control Alt deleted away. All cards in his hand, he was ready for the final stages of the Giga Plan.
He summoned the God Tree and prepared to launch the Infinite Tsukuyomi, a powerful illusion that would trap the entire world in a never-ending dream, free of conflict and sorrow.
But the violent cruelty of the ninja world could only quiver in fear when the anime protagonist walked in the room. After getting one-two'd by some talk no jutsu, Obito saw
it's always a talk. It's always a talk no jutsu. It's always
someone who was
like no. It's like all the other characters that are like Naruto, just they did not have the talk no jutsu. They just did not have it. They had the want. They had they wanted to be that guy like the Hokage and things like that, but they didn't have that talk power. They needed that. Like he had like at the end when he died, like Naruto was able to talk no jutsu him a little bit, but
Jutsu, Obito saw within Naruto the spirit of his former self, someone who was always trying to help others. And they say his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Obito joined Naruto and Kakashi in saving the world, giving his life to protect his friends. And in his last moments, he entrusted them with reaching the dream he had so long ago.
He gave Kakashi that other eye, though.
Hokage, of which they both succeeded.
Though he may have lost his ninja way, Obito Uchiha overcame his hatred and helped realize the world he wanted.
Alright.
Again? He can't keep getting away with it.
He won't. Actually, he will because we love him. This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates.
Dive into the
we still gotta check out some of Yates stuff. We do.
All right, the combatants.
Alright, so, alright. Check this out. This may be ill-advised, but I'm gonna hold on to Obito. I'm gonna hold on to Obito as my bet because I feel like with the Ten Tails stuff, he could have a chance, especially with the truth-seeking orbs. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, Vader could probably like force stop him. He could do that, but like if he can get it, he can get it. I don't think Obito's gonna be able to take it like on a sheer strength thing, like trying to blow man's up. Because like I said, my man Vader tanked a planet destroying, and we haven't really seen Obito scale to that. You know what I mean? But I feel like he could easily scale to like obviously like Nine Tails stuff, and the Nine Tails did like split the moon in half type deal. But like we'll see what's like mass wise, moon is smaller. So I see stuff. But we gonna stick with Obito because I feel like he has outs. He has outs, and he does have a legit way to kill Vader. So we gonna see what's up. You know what I'm saying? And Vader can't regenerate or none of that. You know what I'm saying? He could stay alive through being messed up because of the Force connection. But Ten Tails, Obito is like a whole different bag, you feel me? But alright, we going with Obito. Let's go.
SAR's set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get it. And it looked like their animation was on point with this one. Yeah, see, I love it when they animate it like this. Like when they yeah, bruh. Like I said, the Ryu versus
that power will save this cursed world. You'll have
Jin,
to pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Loved it.
Then you will die. What? All too easy.
Not even.
I expected more.
Keep expecting.
I won't disappoint.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, the lightsaber move a little different. The lightsaber move a little different now. You know, it's not your traditional clinky sword. You know what I'm saying? So you really don't want to clinky with it. Don't try to clinky with the lightsaber. Don't do that. All right. Yeah, that's not gonna work on Vader, but you keep trying stuff. That was fucked up. That boy said, "Look at Padme. Look at the woman you can't." Yo, that Genjutsu caught man off guard for a quick little second though, didn't it? Oh! Shoot! Wait a minute! No! Well, if he can do it with lungs, he can do it with an eye. Damn! Like that, though? He just said, I'm through with that shit. He said, you made me see Padme. You did as soon as I... none of... Stop it. Stop it. I don't like that ability. I don't want to deal with that, so we just gonna go ahead and take that out right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like... And he can't, like... I guess he wouldn't know to phase his eye out because he wouldn't... Like, it's not something you could see coming... You know what I mean? But alright. Oh my god. I know you felt that. Why would you let him hit you with that?
You've lost your humanity as well.
On the path of the dark side, it is inevitable.
All right, now this is what I wanted to see.
Impressive.
Now, we know that Vader can tank that though. Yo, sorry, the Star Wars music is on point. That Star Wars part was on point. See, these battles be the sickest ones they make. The ones that they animate like this go crazy. Ooh, damn. We knew that was gonna happen. We knew that was gonna happen.
No.
Now the fight starts.
Inevitable.
The fight starts. All right, let's go. Come on, Obito. Show this man that you are him. Okay. That part! That's what I was wondering, if he'd be able to stop it or something like that. I was really, like, come on. If he can't stop them, bro, what is he doing? How is he, you know what I'm saying? At this point, my man, Obito can regenerate. He can do all that other stuff. We gonna, all right, let's go. Because I was like, if he can stop the orbs, then I was like, eh. Ad came up, messed up my experience. Hold on. Let's go. Yo, this music got me pressured. Like, okay. I'm sorry. Like, unless you got 8 gates on you.
Gift and die.
Nah, fam. They can get around mine stuff though. They can get around mine stuff though. I mean, if mans could get hit with that, I'll take it. It might have been too powerful.
You are liberated from hell. Find peace in the next life.
Yes? Yes? Never know with these things. Yes! Alright! Yeah, boy! Yeah, look, I'm gonna say this though. Minus the 10 tails, I don't think Obito was pulling it off. Minus the 10 tails, I don't think Obito was pulling it off. I really, really don't. It wasn't until we got into the 10 tails talk that I was like, alright! Yeah, because I don't feel like Vader didn't have a way to put Obito down. You know what I mean? Think about everything it took to put down my leader once he got it. Like, guy had to go 8 gates to even like be worthy of the fight. You feel me? But all right, let's go. They had to seal. They had to seal him up, bro. Yes.
Obi-Wan, but he just couldn't handle Obi-2.
This was...
Stop it. Shut up. Obi-Wan, but couldn't stop Obi-2. Yo, that's a bar. Alright.
Been able to beat Obi-Wan, but he just couldn't handle Obi-2.
This was a fairly complex matchup. Both
Okay.
Darth Vader and Obito were roughly even in power and speed, so it truly came down to their skill and arsenals.
And
Okay.
boy, did they have some deep bags of tricks. Even some of the same tricks. Both could fend off mental attacks. Both could move things around with their minds. And they both even had options to instantly kill each other.
Vader could simply force crush Obito's body, but Obito could just...
Anakin could resist the live force absorption of the Dark Reaper, but it required conscious use of specific ability. Also, Vader's spirit form taken in his attempt to resurrect Padme required the use of Moment's portal and was primarily a method of traversing meditative vision. Okay.
Instantly kill each other.
Vader could simply force crush Obito's body.
He
but
force crushed
Obito
his
could just
eye.
as easily rip out Vader's soul. However,
Okay.
Obito had a few more impressive options available to him, edging out just enough to earn a win.
For starters, Kamui made Obito extremely difficult just to touch, let alone injure. And as a Jinchuriki, he could regenerate from half of his body getting destroyed.
That
While
part.
the dark side could help Vader survive extreme conditions, it
He couldn't
obviously
regenerate.
can't regrow limbs.
Yep.
Plus, thanks to his wide array of jutsu, Obito would eventually overwhelm Vader.
That
While
part.
chakra may normally be a limited source of energy, unlike the Force, the Ten
That's what I was
Tails
thinking.
provided Obito with an
Yep,
unlimited
that part.
supply.
Okay.
And
Yep,
since chakra
yep,
is
yep.
both spiritual and physical energy, this means Obito would be able to fight on indefinitely.
Last but not least,
Yeah, that
Vader's
did- that
preference
Tin Tails-
for lightsaber
the
combat
Tin Tails part
means
was
that
broken.
He'd be up close and personal with Obito, right? Which left him vulnerable to getting disintegrated by one of the many truth-seeking orbs, or even worse, sucked up into the Kamui dimension. Yeah, don't forget about that.
The
Not
Force does exist across dimensions such as hyperspace, but Kamui specifically disconnected from other realities and obviously not associated with the Star Wars universe, providing little reason to assume the Force would exist within it. Makes sense.
only would he have no way out, he probably wouldn't even be able to tap into the Force while stuck there. Game over. Have fun starving to death, I guess. Wonder how long you can feed on hate.
Darth Vader may have had a tenacity that few others could match, but against Obito's similar might, busted regeneration, and overwhelming range of abilities,
Chill.
there was no escape.
Yeah!
In the end, Vader's victory just wasn't meant to be.
The winner is Obito
Meant to
Uchiha.
be. There we go.
Thanks for watching.
Who we
Stay
got
tuned.
next?
We have a new death battle releasing every 2 weeks this year. And click the join button to
Every
get new
2
perks and
weeks,
extra
let's
content.
go.
Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
Who we got up next? Who is that? Phoenix versus I almost said Starfire. Phoenix versus Raven. DC versus Marvel. Yo, I'm down. I'm down. I'm ready to see that. I'm more versed with Phoenix than Raven though, a little bit. You know what? Pretty much the same with both. I'm gonna just say that. But yo, that was dope. And we watched that dope. Here. Yo, Obito taking away the dub. Give me my money. Give me my fake money. Did we call it? We from the jump, it was emotional, and then it was a calculated bet. We said Obito, man. We knew what was up, but I was still stand on without the Tin Tails. I don't think Obito was doing it. I don't think that boy got his eye force crushed like it was nobody's business. that part shook me a little bit, but yeah, yeah, he came out with the dub, you know what I mean? Awesome on the animation. I love it when they do it up like this. You know what I'm saying? When the animation is like done up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I keep referencing back to the Ryu versus Jin one. That was crazy. And this reminded me a lot of that. So yeah, bro. They did that. That's a take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that social media. I'll catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.